Hey guys, welcome back to New Stuff TV, the untechnical tech channel. And for you new guy girl who just showed up for the very first time, hey man, this is your new home for the best infotainment YouTube has to offer. I'm your host, Antoine. It's showtime, baby, at Richardson, because today we're gonna be checking out some projectors, mini projectors, okay? The portable mini projectors. In my right hand, I have the Nebula Capsule 3 Lazer. And then in my left hand, I've got the Samsung Freestyle. This is the first one of its kind, I do believe. I've been using the Capsule 3 Lazer for a few months now, and I actually really like this thing. So I'm gonna do a comparison here because I just picked this up, man, off of Amazon because it was on sale. Both of them are actually retailing for the exact same price. You can check the links in the description for the most current pricing, but I got this one on sale. I've always wanted to try it because it just looks cool, you know. I've seen people like hang it from their light canister, you know, deal, because it looks like a light canister, right? And so I've seen little attachments and stuff for it, and I just thought it was cool. But the downside to it, which is why I didn't pick it up previously, was because it wasn't battery powered. And that's where the Capsule 3 Lazer comes in clutch, is because it has a 2.5 hour battery in here. So you can actually watch a full length movie in this thing and not worry about the battery running down. This one, you gotta plug up. But I still wanna do a comparison because, you know, you just want the best you can get for your pocket sized money. You know what I'm saying? Starting off with the Samsung Freestyle, I do want to mention that this right here is definitely a big plus for me. This is what we call a lens cap. All you gotta do is just pop that thing off, and then you are front face and center with all the gadgetry on this thing. You got your lens right there, front and center, but then you got all the touch interfaces right here, and you got your sensors. Now, having everything on board on this front panel right here, I'm not sure I'm too much of a fan of, because you could accidentally end up touching your lens and getting some smudge marks on there, but nonetheless, it is all right there for you. And then if you look here on the side of it, you have a mic on and off switch, and then you have a mini, or I guess that's a mini HDMI, and then you have your USB-C charging port. It's not a charging port, it's a power port, okay? Because you cannot charge this thing because it is not, there's no battery in here is what I'm really trying to say to you. Now I want to talk about this right here. At the back, or the bottom of this thing, we have a 5-watt speaker with 360-degree sound. Samsung is really proud of this, so I cannot wait to hear how it actually sounds. After checking out the slits on the side of here, it doesn't appear that you can actually wall or ceiling mount from this particular panel right here, especially since you'll be blocking off the speaker, but it does come with this base attached to it, which will swivel in any direction 180 degrees. But looking online on Amazon and all across the web, there have been some kind of, you know, just wall mounts that you can purchase. Samsung actually does sell a light bulb screw mount that you can bolt onto this thing to get it to work, and it attaches directly, but that's about it as far as mounting this thing in a permanent solution. Now, both of these projectors do come with automatic keystone correction, so you don't have to worry too much about fidgeting with this thing in order to get it to frame up on your screen properly. A couple of noteworthy accessories that the Freestyle comes with is this super fast charging brick right here. Remember, it does not charge, it powers. And then you got your USB-C to USB cable, which you will plug into the side of it. And then of course you have the included remote, which also includes a voice assistant button. You're gonna get Bixby since it's Samsung, and then you got Alexa built in, and we'll just have to see if it has Google built in or not. Now let's take a look at the Capsule 3 Lazer. The Samsung Freestyle is actually LED. This is a laser, and they are super proud of that, and they should be, because this actually gives you a little bit more brightness, actually quite a bit more brightness. One thing I wish the Capsule 3 Lazer did have is a lens cap, because it is portable and you're just gonna be reaching and grabbing this thing. It doesn't come with a case or anything. So I wish it had like a retractable lens cap or something you can just stick on there. That way you don't be smudging this thing all the time. If you flip over to the top of it, you'll see all the touch interface right here. I like it separate from the lens, as we don't get with the Freestyle, because you don't run the risk of actually smudging your lens, because everything is on a completely different panel. You got your center button right there, or your enter, then you got your left, right, up and down, and your back, and your plus and minus for volume and stuff like that. It's all on the Freestyle, but at least it's separate from the lens. Now on the backside of the Capsule 3 laser, you have your power and input button and then your infrared sensor. If you go down to the bottom of there, you have a full size HDMI cable input, and then you have a 3.5 millimeter. And of course you do need to charge this thing up because it has a 2.5 hour battery. And that's where you use your USB-C input right there. As far as mounting the Capsule 3 laser, it doesn't come with a built-in kickstand or stand at all, but it does have this 1/4 inch input right here where you can actually mount it from a ceiling or on a tripod if you have one. You really don't need a tripod for this thing because, like I said, they do have keystone correction. You could just set it down just like that and have it do its thing. Just like the Samsung Freestyle, you do get your charging brick right here. And I do mean charging brick because, like I said, you do have that built-in 2.5 hour battery. And of course, your USB-C to USB cable. And last but not least, you have your remote. You do have Google built into this thing. So yes, this does have Google Assistant. So if you're more of a Googler and not necessarily a Samsung or Bixby user or an Alexa user, this button right here, this Google Assistant button, that'll come in clutch for you as well. I also want to mention that the Nebula Capsule 3 has a built-in speaker as well. It is 360 degrees of sound and it is 8 watts. Both of these projectors can be used indoors and outdoors, but of course when you're outdoors you need to wait till it gets a little bit dark, that way you can see it. But you do have an advantage here using the laser with the Nebula Capsule 3 laser because it's going to be significantly brighter. Well, I think it's going to be significantly brighter. I haven't actually seen the Freestyle yet, but it should be because when I tested it the first time, it was marvelously bright, even at nighttime before the sun went completely down. As far as capable screen sizes, the Samsung Freestyle gets up to 100 inches from about 8 feet away. Now the Nebula Capsule 3 laser gets up to 120 inches from about 11 feet away. Now enough of all that specky stuff, let's let these lenses speak for themselves. I got a 100-inch screen, which I'm gonna project both of them on one at a time. But we're gonna compare, maybe user interface, ease of use and stuff like that, and especially picture quality and brightness on both of these. So let's go. All right, guys, I've had a bit of a headache with these projectors. Actually, it's just a Samsung projector. Yeah, so but let's get to it, man. I had a few setup issues. Setting it up initially was great. It was, if you have a Samsung account, it works almost flawlessly. It pulls all your information down from Samsung via your Samsung account, and if you have a Samsung TV, it actually pulls all the information like your home screen and all that stuff. It pulls it right into there, and it looks like you're watching a Samsung TV. And it even has Samsung TV Plus, which is a great thing because you can actually watch live TV or somewhat of on your projector. That's super cool. I gotta see if they have that on the Android TV 11, which the Nebula Capsule 3 laser has. It has Android, and I wonder if Samsung has put their Samsung TV or Samsung Free TV on there. But nonetheless, I've got this thing set up. It was a little glitchy at first, but we're here, okay? I'm gonna be using autofocus and auto keystone on both. Both of them are pretty good as far as auto keystone. They actually get it pretty good. It's not like perfectly straight lined up, but it's pretty doggone good for an auto keystone. Now, autofocus, man, this one seems a little soft. Like I see my icons up there. They look a little soft, man. Like around the edges, like the font is like, let me put on my glasses. Let me see. Yeah, man, the font is a little fuzzy, so we're not getting the most crisp. And it's actually doing stuff that I'm not asking it to right now. Let's go to, let's log into Netflix. Let's see what's on Netflix, man. Let's see if we can get some content going here. Oh, I gotta sign in, hang on. All right, guys, I'm a little annoyed with this Samsung projector. The latest thing that has annoyed me is the remote. It seems to be a very laggy experience, causing me to input a lot of false information, having me to restart XYZ. It's just been a little bit annoying. I'm going to look for it pressed it twice for some reason. I hit the button once and it presses twice. Man, The Harder They Fall. That is a good movie. Y'all got to check that out. Let's go to Murder Mystery. We'll check out some content from this one and we'll hit play. And I'll give you a sound sample as well as a video sample of the Samsung Freestyle mini projector. So far, we're looking pretty good. The sharpness is there now. I can see the sharpness. Pictures. As far as ambient lighting, I got lights on my left and right. That's the only light coming through here. I got a little light coming through my window, but it's bright enough. It's not like super bright, but it's definitely bright enough. I cannot see watching this thing with any more lights on. But it is definitely a presentable, wow, okay, that's clean. I like that. That's got that motion smoothness going. Okay, it's a little dark though. I will say it's a little dark. Let me see if I'm gonna give you a sound sample, and we'll see if there's some brightness we can throw in here. Let's put it up to 50.
You failed again. This is why I never took that test. All the anxiety and disappointment. At some point, you have to
Oh, that's mute. 50.
and just give up.
You know, you should go around and speak at schools. That was very inspiring.
I should. Kids need to hear this.
As far as audio,
Please tell you what.
I'm hearing the street that they're on, and I'm hearing the voices come through really clean and clear. It doesn't sound pulled back or echoey, hollow, or anything like that. It just sounds like quality audio, but you got to remember it is coming from a very small unit. This is a very small driver that we have back here, but it's doing a fantastic job in fulfilling the sound needs. Now, as far as picture quality, man, the contrast, it's dark, but the skin tones are good, the hair, the clock, everything was good, man. It looks good. All the blacks are just merged together. You can't really see the differences between like her shirt and the apron she's got on. So yeah, the blacks are super black. All of them are merged together, but man, I'm seeing skin tones, the hair, the detail, everything is looking good. All right, but what kind of content can you get through here? It looks like you get everything you get with Android TV, because Samsung Tizen and Android are, they kind of merge together in a lot of ways. So you can get all the same content. It's just through Samsung Tizen. But they do include that Samsung TV Plus, which I really, really like. So you got your Hulu, you got your Disney Plus, HBO Max, Peacock, all that stuff that I'm watching on my Samsung TV. It's all right here. Like, it's already there. And that was due to the fact that this is I'm using a Samsung account. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and set up the Nebula Capsule 3 Lazer and show you that one. And then I'll try to do a side-by-side comparison on the screen. All right, we got Superbad here playing on the Nebula Capsule 3 Lazer. Man, I hope y'all have seen this movie by now. I don't know when it came out, but it's probably a decade old at this point. And it is hilarious. It was actually shot in a warmer tone, which I'm seeing here, and it looks great. It actually brings the movie like back to life. Not that it had died or anything, but it just gives it more pop. I'm getting a nice bright image. The blacks are definitely black, but I can actually see the differences between two dark things next to each other, just slightly. It's not like a landslide difference, but I definitely see a little bit of a difference there between black on black or, really dark colors. And everything is really popping, man. I like this. As far as sound, once again, I like to talk about sound with these projectors, as far as the sound that they put out, as far as like fan noise. I'm getting minimal fan noise with this one as well. It's a very quiet projector, just as the Samsung Freestyle. And that's something I can really appreciate with a projector, especially something like this that's like right by you, because it's sitting right here in front of me. It's like an arm's distance away and I can barely hear it. Same thing with the Freestyle. As far as the sound output in regards to the movie picture, well, this might have a few cuss words in it. Let me see. Okay, hopefully. Oh God,
And Matt Muir, he's the sweetest guy ever. Have you ever stared into his eyes?
All right.
It was like the first time I heard the Beatles.
Yeah, same thing with this one, man. I'm getting good audio out of this one. We only managed to get one curse word in there from this movie, but that's okay. I'll beep it out. But yeah, so the audio quality is great. It does sound a little bit more voluminous as far as like more bass, I guess you would say. Just a slight bit more bass, but it does have a good audio that projects 360 degrees, and it doesn't sound like it's far away, tinny or echoey or anything like that. It's a good speaker to have on a unit of this particular size. I mean, this thing is about the size of like a can of Monster or something like that. You know, the big, 16 and 20 ounce or whatever ounce can of Monster there is. It's not a very big projector. And it's putting out that much sound and that much picture. We'll go into the menu section here. Right now I'm watching Amazon, I think this is Amazon Prime. But this has Android TV 11 built into it. So it is googly, it is very googly. There's a Google Assistant button on here. And oh, by the way, you do not get Google Assistant options on the Samsung Freestyle. It is only Bixby and Alexa. So right here, you're getting just Google. So if you're one of those people where you got to have the Samsung Bixby stuff or Alexa, I don't know, Freestyle might be for you. But if you are mostly Google or just, kind of free range and everything, you can actually go with the Android TV because it is more open and open source. So as far as content, you can get everything that you want and then some because you do have the Google Play Store to go download things from and even sideload into these things, man. Right now, I'm going into HBO Max just to see how that's going to play out and look. I think the last thing I was watching was Big Bang Theory. So yeah, there it is. It just pops up right there. Once you get it started, it is going and it is bright and crispy, just like it was the first time I watched this thing. I really like this projector. I hate to be a little bit biased, but I am, simply because to me, something this small, I like having the battery in there. It's got a 2.5-hour battery life. And that means I don't have to run an extension cord or have a power bank. Sometimes I do use a power bank because I'm gonna be outside in the backyard for a long time. But you don't have to. If you're gonna watch a show or a movie, you just prop this thing up and go. That's definitely the killer quality that this thing has. Oh, and of course it is Lazer, so it's just a tad bit brighter than what you're gonna get in any other projector this size. Now we're taking a side-by-side comparison or back and forth A/B comparison of the two projectors playing the exact same content off of YouTube. This is a 4K nature video that I found. It's like, man, nature is beautiful, man. It really is, and it looks glorious on this projector. It looked really great on the Samsung projector as well. I mean, it's a hard competition when it comes to picture quality in these two. But like I said, I feel like Nebula has done a great job in putting all of this quality that you get with the Samsung and then some, because you're getting that 2.5-hour battery and a better speaker as well. And if you are partial to Android TV, then you got that packed in there. But then again, you got the Samsung hub because it's a Samsung-y projector. I think they're both great projectors. It's just a matter of, ooh, man, it's some real close preferences you got to decide from, man. I don't know which one you would actually decide to get if they were both the same price. I've already given you my personal opinion sitting here using both of them. I like them both, but you gotta roll with one because you only got so many dollars to spend. You know what I'm saying? Now, one more thing regarding the speakers. Now, the Samsung Freestyle has the 5-watt speaker and the Nebula Capsule 3 Lazer has the 8-watt speaker. Both of them have those speakers built in, but you can also connect them via Bluetooth to a bigger speaker or more speakers if you want bigger and bolder sound to go with this gigantic picture that you're projecting out here. But Nebula is also taking it a step further by allowing you to turn the projector off and using the unit as a Bluetooth speaker itself because it actually sounds so good. So if you just want a handy Bluetooth speaker for the time being, you can actually use this Nebula Capsule 3 Lazer as a Bluetooth speaker in Bluetooth speaker mode. Now, I'm no expert in this kind of stuff, but what I do know is when it comes to watching your content on a portable projector, there's a lot of competition out there. I hope this video was helpful to you, and if it was, make sure you come back and see me again, man. Now, y'all keep being good to each other, and I'll see you when I see you.